word around the traps that you've got the gig already, full time. Have you? Is that true? Has that happened?
No, it's been interesting. It's business as usual for me. I haven't interviewed yet or anything like that, and the board's been great in keeping me up to date with whatever's going on, and I'm just business as usual again.
Have they given you a timeline though when they will interview you?
No, not yet. Not yet. They have said that there will be a process, and I'll carry that out when it comes up.
Is that frustrating to you personally and also to your family that you're in limbo, you don't know where you're at?
No, I reckon I'm in a pretty good spot right now. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. It is week to week in how we go about it, and that's been my process ever since I took over. So that's how I look at it.
Are the players okay with that?
Yeah, I think so. They seem pretty happy. They're playing good footy, and that's the most important thing. And they just got to continue to do that.
Big test this weekend against Brisbane. They're on fire, as we know. So, do you think this is the catalyst? This will decide your board and whoever makes the decisions whether you got the gig?
I've got no idea. I think it's a really important game for us as a team, though. We go up there with a real challenge on our hands because they're playing some pretty good footy, and we're in a position right now where we're starting to really challenge every team that we play against, and that'll be no different this week.
Rhyce, do you feel personally that you've done enough? Do you feel confident that you've done enough to get the gig in this permanent role?
I'm not sure. Look, it's just one of those things that I can't control that, and I'll just control what I do today and what I'm going to do tomorrow, and that's all I can really focus on. I know you guys want me to give an answer that is right out there, but I actually can't do it. I really have been since I got into the job. It's been me, control what I can and do the best job I possibly can day in, day out.
I guess you've had a few days now to mull over what was a really tight contest. What were the sort of the things you took out of that game against Essendon?
Yeah, I think we learn a lot as a group, especially myself as a coach as well, and how we went about it. And I think in the last quarter we showed what we're really capable of, and we probably didn't play to the footy that we'd like to in the second and third quarters, but we got going, and as you can see, the fight from the boys and the way they're going about it, their intent to hit the contest and continue to do that for 4 quarters has been fantastic, and that's the type of brand of footy that we'd like to play.
There's arguably no bigger test in footy at them right now at the moment than Brisbane up at the Gabba.
Yep.
I guess, what do you see as the key to sort of taking them down? There seems to be red hot form at the moment.
Oh, look, they're really even across the whole ground. They got some real superstars in their team, and they're playing a good brand of footy, and credit to Fags and the coaches up there. They've done a great job in getting them to this position, and we're looking forward to that challenge. It always starts in the midfield, and they're up and about in that area, but forward they're pretty damaging. Charlie Cameron's been doing some pretty good roles down there, and down the other end Harris Andrews is a superstar. So it's a great balanced side, but we feel as though we've got the same thing, and we're looking forward to matching that.
You're 2 games outside of the 6 games to go. Is it fair to say this is a real must-win clash, and does that sort of add to it for you guys heading into this week?
It doesn't really add to it because we like to prepare the same way each week, and that is to win the game. And we're looking forward to that challenge again. So we don't look any further ahead than Brisbane this week. And I know, again, it sounds ridiculous, but that's all I can do, and that's all I want the boys to do, because when they do that, and as they've shown over the last 6 weeks or so, they're really buying into that and want to do it. So that's important.
What's the magic that you possess to turn the team around since you've taken over? What is it? What do you think? And what have the players told you?
The magic?
You must have something.
I don't know if it's magic. I just like to bring who I am, and I like to be involved with the players, and I like to make sure that the group's got a clear focus and a clear direction, and that's all I've really tried to do. I've said it to the guys, I'm a pretty simple man, but I like to make sure I'm really thorough, and the boys see that, and we all work hard as a coaching group, and we all go forward together, and that's just the kind of attitude that I'd like to take forward.
Ratton spoke yesterday, Rhyce, about how he felt uncomfortable being involved in talks with recruits or recruiting strategies and all that stuff when he couldn't guarantee certainty around his gig. I suppose you're the reverse of that in some ways, but there comes a point where a decision's got to be made with a view to those sort of things.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. I think things like that, we have to get on the ball as quick as we can, and I know the board's doing everything they can to make sure that we get in the right position to proceed in those areas, and especially with the coaching stuff, they've kept me in the loop. They know what's going on. They're going through a process, and that's all I can control. So we're across that as a club, no doubt.
Were they quite open with you about John Longmire?
Yes, no doubt. They kept me in the loop with everything. They explained to me what was going on and how they were going about it, and I had no problems with that at all.
If that had gone ahead, would you have stayed at the club?
I don't need to worry about that now.
Shaun Higgins, how's he looking this week?
Yeah, look, Shaun's trained the last couple of weeks. He'll train again today, and we'll make a decision on that at the end of training. But he's got to get through today. It's a really important session for him.
Mason in the same boat, or is he a bit more?
No, very similar.
Yep.
Yeah, very similar. I think guys who are coming back from injury, they have to do and provide a good reason for them to come back in the side, and that's to train really well today.
What about Nick Larkey?
Yeah. No, look, it was one of those things on the weekend. He's been dealing with it all year. Our medical staff fully across that, and we've spoken to all the right people, and he seems fine. He's really comfortable. The docs are really comfortable. The cardiologist is really comfortable. So we're across that, and he trains right today. He'll be available to play.
Can you give us an update on Madge Abdul?
Madge is progressing really well. He's got through, I think that's 2 games now. I think he played just under a half last week. He'll progress again. He seems really good. I don't know if you saw the first quarter, he jumped on that guy's head, so he looks pretty good. We're really looking forward to him playing some more footy.
And you sat by his bed, throughout his whole recovery process. How did he change, and how does he compare now to when he was going through rehab? Yeah,
I don't think I was sitting next to his bed the whole time, but I tell you what, he had a lot of people going through there because a lot of people care about him, and he's had to work through a lot of things, both on and off the field, and he's done it in a way that only Madge can do it. He's faced and front on. He's working through that. He's got to a point now where he's comfortable within himself, and now he's physically up and about. So that's the most important thing. And we've always stated that his mental health is the most important part of this whole process. And if he wasn't comfortable, then we wouldn't be pushing him. And he's in a really good spot now, and we're hoping that he can continue.
Do you think he'll play AFL this season?
I'm not sure. I've got no idea. He's at this point right now, we're just happy to see him playing.
Is it a chance? Would you rule it out? Was it a chance?
Oh, you can never rule it
out.
You can never rule it out, but look, I'm not even worried about that. I'm just worried about Madge being happy and playing.
Just one on Ben Kane, he seems to be pushing the edge again. Do you have to have another chat to him, or what do you? Because he looks like he's almost on the verge of getting suspended.
Yeah, no, I think it's a bit blown out of proportion. Okay. I'd suggest. He knows I want him to play on the edge, and I know I want all our players to play on the edge, but we've got to be disciplined in that. And Cunners he's an All-Australian player, so we can't afford him to be out, and he knows that, and I've made that very clear. But I want him to play his brand of football.
And just a quick one back on yourself personally. I mean, it's might someone out a little bit of left field, but would you consider applying for any of the other jobs that are going around? If I know it's an awkward situation, but because you've got a taste of senior coaching now. Yeah. Would you consider possibly throwing your hand in for other jobs?
Oh, look, I want to be a senior coach. Yeah. Like that's my goal, and I think I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. Yeah. But right now, my focus is clearly on North Melbourne and what we're doing here. So I really haven't even thought about that far ahead.
Rhyce, having seen the way that Port Adelaide got into Lachie Neale early in the game, but then seeing the Lions' response to the first 7 goals, does that ward you off putting in too much work into it?
No, look, we just want to play our brand of football, and I think we've made that really clear over the last 6 weeks that we've got certain standards and certain ways we want to go about things, and we're hard at the contest and hard at the ball, and that's what we're about. There's no other way we want to play the game, and we'll do that again this week.
Back on the senior coaches, so you wouldn't rule out going for some of the other jobs if North Melbourne don't offer you a gig?
I can't really comment on that because I haven't really thought about it. So, yeah.